Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Nininger Hall for tonight's Old Dominion Athletic Conference volleyball matchup here on Flo College. Leighton Pullen here with you. It's the Bridgewater College Eagles hosting the Shenandoah University Hornets. Let's look at the starting lineups for both teams. First, the Shenandoah squad coming in tonight at 10-7 on the year, 6-2 in the ODAC. They're a half game up on the Eagles right now, the way the conference standings sit as we get toward the business end of the season here. And let's look at the lineup here that Coach Travis Abell is going with this evening. Ashlyn Spence will start along with Alana Washington, Amber Shiflett, Cameron Kesey, Amanda Ingracia, and Hannah Hilton are the starting six that Coach Abell is going with tonight. Autumn Stroop will be the libero for the Hornets. In the blue jersey as the Hornets are in the traveling road grays with red numerals. That's going to be a statistician's nightmare. Flipping the script, let's look at the starting lineup for the Eagles. It's going to be Claire Griffith, Faith Depew, along with Gabby Atwell, Reagan Stoop, Lindsay Kelly, and Agnes Alford. And the starting liberos for the Eagles are going to be Anna Black, along with Jillian Levin. For Coach Aaron Harris and company, the Eagles coming into tonight 15-6, 7-3 in conference play. As, like we said, we're getting in the home stretch of conference play here for Bridgewater. Just a few games left on the docket as they sit right now. Shenandoah third in the conference standings. Bridgewater at the 5 spot, but a lot to play for. Bridgewater a little bit ahead of, they have some out-of-conference games coming up to wrap up the schedule. And it'll be Lindsay Kelly to get us started. Kelly, the sophomore setter out of Mount Airy, Maryland. 412 assists on the season. That leads the Eagles. She'll split the setting duties tonight with Maya Veselinovic. Set a little bit off the mark, but gets over nonetheless. Kelly's going to go to Stoop. The All-American sends it over. Nice dig by the Hornets. And in the middle, Griffith tries to keep it alive, but it'll be a kill to the, I believe that's number 12. My viewing angle not the best. Cameron Kesey, the first year out of Newport News, standing 6'1". And the 1-0 lead for the Hornets. Serve on the way from Hilton. Here's Depew on the near side, not able to do anything with it and get it over the net. It hits the tape right in the middle. Maybe not the approach she wanted on it. It's a 2-0 quick lead for the Hornets with the first hold. So here's Hilton, the junior out of Salem, Virginia, Glenver High School. Here's Alford, tips it over, nice play. Alford getting the kill there from Kelly, and the first sub of the afternoon or the evening, the night, whatever you want to call it, as it's Alexis Curry stepping into the contest for the Eagles. Curry, the sophomore out of Mechanicsville, Hanover High School, leads the team in service aces with 30 heading into tonight. She'll sub in here and play in the back line. Offer on the way from Curry, dug by libero Stroop. Set not over and where it needs to go. It's a double hit by the Hornets as they just tried to do what they could to get it over. And we're even at 2 apiece as Curry will serve again for BC. Up and on the way now. Stroop with the dig on the reception. This one going to be a little bit off. They're going to try to get it, and it hits the antenna off the hand of Alana Washington, the first year out of Yorktown, Virginia. This Shenandoah team, quite a few first years in the starting lineup tonight. It's the sophomore of Curry will serve here with a 3-2 advantage. This one long. Stroop takes it. It's going to come over, and it's a chance for Bridgewater to work. Here's Curry. Kelly, Alford. It found Stroop, and I don't think any of her teammates were aware of where it went, and it went right at the libero for the Hornets. Stroop, a transfer from Texas A&M Corpus Christi. Leads this team, obviously, in digs, as you would assume, as the main libero for this Hornet squad. Is serve on the way from Curry. Finds Stroop. Over top. Black with the dig. Outside to Depew. Depew fires it. It finds Stroop. This one a little bit off the mark, and it misses on the outside of the antenna. That one I don't credit to Washington. It's definitely not an attack error. The set was well off the mark. And it's a 5-2 Eagles lead. You blink, and they were down 2-0. And just like that, it's 5-2. So here's Curry. On the way. Goes outside. Stroop has it. Here's Washington. Had it blocked. And it's going to be a straight block from Depew. Nice work by the senior Faith Depew from Virginia Beach, Virginia, a First Colonial High School product. And it's a 6-2 Bridgewater advantage. Solo block by Depew. On the way from Curry. This one a knuckleball, and it was not close. Got that one on the outside of her hand, and it misses deep. Subbing in here as part of the libero swap. Ashlyn Spence is now into the game for the Hornets from Gore, Virginia, James Wood High School. On the way from Stroop, and it misses long by about a ball length and a half. And it's a 6-3 Bridgewater, or 7-3 Bridgewater advantage as Black and Alford check out. And the second libero in the lineup for Coach Harris tonight, Jill Levin, will step in. And her offering is on the way, 7-3, and this one misses long. Now it becomes a war of who can make a serve, and it's 2 subs for Shenandoah. Checking in, Vanessa Rodriguez along with Chillis Oak. Chillis OK, excuse me. Had to check my pronunciation guide. Serving now for the Hornets, it's going to be Rodriguez. She'll do the setting duties as well. Here's Kelly to Stoop. Stoop fires. Stroop with a nice one. It's a kick, and it's back up. 50-50 ball at the net. Now Stoop sends it back over, and she did catch it twice, but what a play from Ashlyn Spence. So Spence kicked it up and over. Confused the stat crew down on my left. And Bridgewater's out of rotation. On the way, and it misses wide from Rodriguez. The Eagles out of rotation. It was a nice catch, actually, by the official. Saw it actually a point ahead of time. So after the kick ball that happened here before, he looked at the rotation Bridgewater was in. He noticed something was off with it, checked it with the scorekeeper, and got it right. Depew served it, and it's going to come back over, and a chance for the Eagles to attack. Here's Veselinovic to Stoop. Stoop with the tip, and it's down. A nice diving effort from Rodriguez, but it finds the floor as Stoop doesn't dial it up that time. She throws in the changeup, finds the opening in the floor, and it's a 9-6 Bridgewater lead. Offering on the way from Depew. It's Stroop. Rodriguez to the outside. Black hits the ceiling. Now Depew. Atwell's just going to try to get over. Had it blocked, and over from Veselinovic. Shenandoah will have a chance to reset. Rodriguez goes to the middle. And a skip attack there by Veselinovic. The stat crew's going to love it. Here's this one sent over, and it's just wide off the hand of Hilton as Hilton swung, and when she did, got a little spin on it. The spin carried it just outside of the field of play, and it's a 10-6 Bridgewater advantage. So here's Depew now. It's on the way. Hilton with the dig. Rodriguez is set. It's a little bit off the mark. Stoop takes it off the side of the hand, and it missed wide. So give the unorthodox kill there to the Hornets as Washington will check out. And now checking in is Samantha Shy. She'll play the back line here out of Woodbridge, Virginia. Hasn't seen a good bit of action for the Hornets this year. Just 73 digs to her tally, but does have 17 service aces. Almost had one there. Black will just try to get it over. Nice depth to it. Here's Stroop. She won't get the dig. Rodriguez to the outside. Hilton had it tipped up front. Nice dig by Stoop. Veselinovic to Depew. Depew takes a cut. Dug in the back line by the Hornets. Here's this one. It should have been tipped up front, and it is. It was tipped up front by Stoop. You could see that. I will say, sitting down here, it's hard for me to see numbers, but I was able to see that one tipped up front by Reagan Stoop. It was a nice effort, but nonetheless tipped off of her fingertips. And Shy will serve again here, the junior out of Woodbridge. This one on the way. Black on the reception. Veselinovic to Atwell in the middle, and it finds the floor. Stroop turned around and was looking for Shy. Shy had taken a step back, and Atwell found the opening in the floors. Julia Bellis will sub in. She'll go to the back line. Claire Griffith back in the rotation, and she'll go up front to join Atwell along with Veselinovic. So here's Stoop now, the All-American, two-time All-American serves. Dug in the back line by Shy. Rodriguez sets Hilton. It hit the tape. It shouldn't have been, yes, it did hit the tape. Did not touch a Bridgewater player. So it should be a straight-up attacking error, and it's 12-8 for the home team. Stoop, set, fires, delivers. Shy on the dig. Rodriguez sets over top of her head, and we have a blocking error. I believe it was Atwell. He's not signaling a number. Now they say it was 6, so a blocking error on Claire Griffith is the official statistician call there. On the way, and it's not in the field of play. That one missed by 4 or 5 ball lengths down here as Spence sends it just a little bit long. She'll check out. The middle hitter, sophomore for the Hornets. And now, speaking of middle hitters, it'll be Gabby Atwell, a local product from Spotswood High School. Sends that one down just outside of Harrisonburg. Hilton will fire away, and it found Bellis. Veselinovic keeps it up, and now Bellis will scramble. And it's the Hornets with it to the middle, off the hands of Alford and down. Give the kill to number 12, Cameron Kesey, the first-year middle for the Hornets out of Newport News. Subs taking place for the Hornets as Ingracia will now check back in. And a 13-10 Bridgewater advantage. Black with it. Veselinovic goes to Griffith. Griffith tries to get some depth to it. Shy was there. Here's a set outside to Hilton. Hilton hit the tape, and they'll say it actually hit Alford on the way up, and it's out of play off of Alford. So the kill goes to Hilton, and it's a 13-11 lead now. Eleven to 13. Ingracia sends it over. Dug by Griffith. Veselinovic decides to take it herself. Stroop was there. Back outside, here's Hilton. Nice leap by Stoop. Veselinovic has to scramble for it. Here's Griffith. Griffith not able to get it over the tape. And it's 13-12. The Hornets have fought back to within a point now. Halfway through the opening frame. The Eagles looking to turn the page here. Here's Stoop on the dig. Veselinovic to Alford. Alford had it tipped up front. They'll go back to it. Bellis. Now Veselinovic back to Alford again, and Stroop is there on the other side. Here come the Hornets with it now, and they'll say it missed wide off the hand of Amber Shiflett. I think it did. It may have even caught the antenna on the way down. And now the subs. It's been a while. Lindsey Kelly is back in. So Kelly, Stoop, and Black will make up the back line. This one on the way. The Hornets have to kind of scramble. Hilton gets it over. Miscommunication. Black's able to get to it. Here's Kelly to Griffith. Griffith fires and kills. Off the hands of Ingracia. She couldn't change her direction. Ingracia out of Stevens City, Virginia, Shenandoah High School. Not too far from home in Winchester. And it's a 15-12 lead for the Eagles now. Here's Kelly's offering. Catches the face of Shy. Hilton tried to spin it up over the tape. Did all she could with it. It was just going to be a difficult swing for her, and that's what our coach is telling her. Make sure you get up underneath it if you want to spin it over. 16-12. Lindsey Kelly to serve it away here. And a service ace to Lindsey Kelly. Kelly, that's her 14th service ace of the season. The server's seen action in her 70th set of the season here, her 22nd match. One of a few Eagles to see action in every match this season. And give her another service ace. Lindsey Kelly, a little bit of a dance there. And a timeout is taken by the Hornets. We'll step aside as well. You're watching ODAC Volleyball here on Flo College. We'll be right back. Welcome back. ODAC Volleyball here on Flo College. Leighton Pullen here with you. This midweek matchup, the Bridgewater College Eagles and the Shenandoah Hornets making the trip down I-81 about an hour, 45 minutes, depending on how you do it and how bad the traffic is in Harrisonburg inevitably. We love construction. Anyway, 18-12. Eagles in front at the moment. And Kelly will be the one to serve here. It's an 18-12 Eagles lead. Sorry about that. And some difficulties with the scoreboard. We're back rolling. Here's Hilton on the outside dig by Black. It makes its way through the lights, and now here's Depew with it. Depew fires and gets it to the floor. (20-12), Bridgewater in front. Lindsey Kelly still serving. Serve on the way from Kelly, and this will be another ace for Kelly. Off the hands of Stroop and out of play. Lindsey Kelly on quite the run here. And it's a 21-12 Bridgewater lead. Another serve on the way from Kelly. This one, line drive. Stroop receives it. And the set, not quite on the money, but it comes over. Here's Alford. And the Hornets going to scramble. They'll get it over. Stroop with a nice one with some deep spin to Stoop. Here's Kelly over to the outside, and Claire Griffith fires one off the tape, and it finds the floor. 22-12, 10-point advantage. The Eagles starting to take a stranglehold here on set number one. On the way from Kelly. Shy has it. Here it goes off the tape. Nice dig by Black. Kelly over to Griffith. Griffith will fire it. Finds the hand of a Hornet. The official doesn't quite move out of the way, but neither way, it finds the seats just in front of athletic director Kirk Kendall over there, just behind one of the men's volleyball players. That is one of the ball rollers here this evening. Timeout on the floor. We'll take one as well. You are watching ODAC Volleyball here on Flo College. Welcome back here on Flo College. Lindsey Kelly continues with the service aces. And now it's 12 set points for the Eagles. Here's Kelly. Decides to go right at Stroop. And it goes right at Stroop. And that'll do it here in the opening stanza. 25-12. The Eagles take set number one. We'll be right back here on Flo College. One set gone by. It's the Eagles taking the opening stand, so 25-12. Let's look at some first set statistics for you. If I can read. Leading Shenandoah with kills right now, it's Ashlyn Spence. She has 3 on 4 total attacks on the night. Claire Griffith, three kills for the Eagles. Aggie Alford also adds 2 as well for the Eagles. 6 assists for Lindsay Kelly, 2 for Veselinovic. 5 service aces for Lindsay Kelly. That was the difference maker in set number 1. If you want to circle where the momentum changed, that was it. When Lindsay Kelly got to serve the second time through the order, that was about it. She took over from there, and it was Lindsay Kelly serving on the entire run for the Eagles there to work and take the set 25-12. And the receptions, the Eagles attacking number 1 and 2. Pretty simple here is Samantha Shy and Autumn Stroop had the, looking at it here, 15 combined targets on the receptions for the Hornets. And again, that is the big difference there. If you look at it, the service aces for Lindsay Kelly and some reception miscues by the Hornets, 3 of them coming from the libero, Autumn Stroop. As we flip sides, and we'll get back going here in set number 2. It's Bridgewater in front, 1-0. As I'll switch my spotter boards around as the teams move around on the floor. Both teams getting set. Shenandoah looking to bounce back after dropping the opening set. This is a Hornet squad. If you look at the ODAC standings, they're in the middle of 3 teams around them receiving national votes. Now, on the other side of that, you have a Washington Elite team that's been ranked all season, but in the MPI poll are outside of the top 50. Bridgewater sits around that same mark with them in the top 50 and has a straight set win over the Generals, but has never received votes in the national poll. Do with that information as you will. This series, 14 total matchups. Only one of those was not under Coach Harris as she leads the Eagles. She's 11-2 all time against the Hornets of Shenandoah. As set number 2 gets ready to get underway as Amanda Ingracia, the first year out of Stevens City, sends it away. Kelly outside to Griffith. Griffith pushes it. It finds Ingracia. Stroop will have to do the setting duties this time. And now it's to Depew on the other side. Kelly goes short to Alford. Hilton's there on the answer. It's going to go back to Hilton here. Deflected up front. Nice job from Kelly and Alford. Griffith blocked up front. Rejected by Cameron Kesey. So the Hornets get the first point. Nice dig by Stoop. Kelly sends it back over to Stoop. Stoop takes it, and it'll be a kill from Stoop from the back line as it found the hands of Cameron Kesey, and she sent it into the first row of the bleachers. 1-all. This one on the way, a howitzer of a serve from Kelly. She dances again, her 6th service ace of the night. Two-1 Bridgewater lead. Lindsay Kelly fires one. Stroop will dig it up. This one outside, blocked. Faith Depew. Aggie Alford. (3-1) BC. Serve on the way. Stroop has it. Set up in front. That was not pretty, but it worked. Here's Griffith now. Found the opening in the floor, and it's a kill for Claire Griffith. 3-1 now as Lindsay Kelly continues to roll, much like she did to end set number 1. On the way from Kelly, this one misses long, and now she'll have to wait a little bit as she smiles and laughs about it. Has a good chuckle about it, and it's a 4-2 lead for the Eagles. Serve on the way from Hilton. Griffith had it. And now here's Griffith. Sends it over, and it comes right back off the dig by Hilton. And Alford finds a dome, and it finds the floor. The kill for Agnes Alford is Alexis Curry checks back in. Curry came in to the matchup, leading the Eagles in service aces. However, will that be the way the night ends? I don't know if Lindsey Kelly keeps going the way she has so far tonight. Here's this one, sent on the way. Stroop had it. They tried to keep it going, and they're going to say she went over the net, and she did. Six to 2. On the way, Stroop dives after it. Set, fires. Black with a dig. Kelly just has to send it over, and it missed wide. Just all she could do was throw up a hand to try to knock it down, or not knock it down, but knock it up in the air. Trying to extend the point. 6-3 Eagles lead. Stroop serves, finds the other libero, and Anna Black. Kelly to Alford, and they're going to say it found the corner. The linesperson said one thing. Coach saw another. We'll put it that way. Coach Abilene, as I'm told now, saw something very different. And I can't say I disagree. Tipped up front. Stoop keeps it alive. Kelly to Atwell. And this one, they say it found the line clean. Sub for the Hornets here. A pair coming in, and Rodriguez along with OK. I think the Eagles were a little confused. They lost the point. It looked like it found the line. 7-4 the score. Rodriguez will serve. She comes in and now will do the setting duties. Anna Black on the dig. Over to Depew. A little bit of miscommunication in the Eagles' back line. They do recover momentarily as Black sends one into the first row of the bleachers, and the kill goes to Spence, Ashlyn Spence. We talked about her a little bit already this evening, leading the Hornets in kills at the moment. It's a 7-5 Bridgewater lead. The Hornets starting to close back in. They did this earlier. In the beginning of set number one, they got behind and they slowly closed back in. But then it was the serving that made the difference. But Faith Depew with the spark plug there, but it keeps going. Here's Stoop, had it tipped up front. Nice dig by Hilton to hang with it. Tip, nice job. Kelly keeps it alive, and now Spence sends it back over. Miscommunication, now it's Stoop. She'll go to the outside, and Stroop is there. Scramble of a point, and it finally ends with an Ashlyn Spence kill. So the Hornets back to within a point now. And it hits the tape, and that will keep it at a 1-point difference. It's now Maya Veselinovic will check back in. She'll take the setting duties over here from Lindsey Kelly. Faith Depew will now be the one to serve. Pounds the ball a few times, thinks about it. Now she's going to go with it. This one dives quickly. Hilton with a nice dig, rolls through it. And now Spence sends it back over to Stoop. Stoop will be willing to get it back. Fires and kills. Reagan Stoop. The Eagles happy to have her back in the lineup, and she's making a difference. She missed a few contests. Missed 3 to be exact in the middle portion of the season. Still leads the team in kills with 211. And is closing in on the 1,000 digs mark as well. With one more season to go as Faith Depew tries to get me in on the action. Sub in, and it's Samantha Scheid checks in. She'll go into the back line here for the Hornets. We talked about her a little bit. 17 service aces for the Hornets. It's in the top 5 for the team. Looking to get another one here. The knuckleball finds Black. Now here's Stoop. Reagan Stoop found one off the tape. Nice dig by Stroop. The net's still shaking, and now the Hornets just have to regroup. Veselinovic to Depew. Depew fires it. Nice dig by Scheid. They'll continue. And Veselinovic takes it herself. Maya Veselinovic does that quite often. If this is your first time watching the Eagles this season, don't be surprised if you see that very often. Veselinovic, a center for the Eagles, 302 assists. Don't let that fool you. She does have 80 kills also on the season. And a service ace here by Reagan Stoop. So 11-7, the Eagles in front. Here's Reagan Stoop. It's on the way. Dig. Nice set. I say nice set by Rodriguez because that's all she could do. You can't really blame her there. It's a great effort to get to the net, try to not run into it, and get the ball back up. But it's all she could do with it. Okay, had nowhere to go as it was, by the time it got to her, it was right at the Hornets logo on her chest. This one's sent outside, and Griffith just missed the block. It missed wide. She buries her head in her palms. I don't think there's anything to hang your head on there. It was going to be tough either way. It was a well-hit ball by Spence. This one lofts its way over. Anna Black on the reception. Gabby Atwell sends it over, and Spence has the dig. Here's Hilton. Look to go to the other side, and now Veselinovic tried to take matters into her own hands, and it missed wide. (12-9). Claire Griffith misses wide. 12-10. Ashlyn Spence will serve now. Stoop. Veselinovic out to Griffith. Now here's Hilton. Rodriguez to the middle, blocked by Atwell. The Hornets will continue. 50-50 ball at the net. Claire Griffith takes matters into her own hands. 13-10 as Alford's back into the contest for the Eagles. Gabby Atwell will serve now. Atwell, one of two Eagles to see action in every set this season, the senior out of Harrisonburg. Her and the grad transfer Anna Black, the only two members of this Bridgewater squad to see action in every set this season. And a kill that time from the tall Cameron Kesey as it found the opening part of the line on the back right corner from my vantage point. Right in front of our second camera being manned by Jen Chan this evening. This one on the way. Anna Black on the dig. Veselinovic to Alford. Nice dig by Stroop, but not going to get credit for it statistically. It was a nice effort. She got up underneath. It wasn't quite a pancake, but it was a good effort nonetheless. As now Kelly will get to serve again. And if we go back to set number one, this is where the match took a turn in the opening stanza. We'll see if Shenandoah can regroup here and not allow that to happen as Kelly does miss long. So it won't be same story, different book, or same story, different chapter, I guess, of this book. As Shenandoah stays within striking distance, they're 2 points out here. Here's Griffith. Kelly to Depew, and Stroop with a nice dig. Here's Hilton, and she fired it straight into the net. I think she was a little bit ahead of her swing there. Just a touch. Now it's Alexis Curry checking back in. Curry checks in, serves, and a play in the back line here along with Black. I believe it'll end up being Kelly. On the way, nice dig by Stroop to the middle, and a little bit of weird hand motion there. Alford sends it back over. Hilton rolls through it after the dig. This one's sent, and was it tipped up front? No, it was not. It looked like it may have been tipped, but my vantage point not as good as the two men in blue this evening. 16-12 for the Eagles. On the way from Curry. Decides to go to Stroop. It goes back over. Alford found the opening. And the Eagles creating a little bit of separation here, 17-12. You want to keep your foot on the accelerator if you're Coach Aaron Harris and company. Curry goes to the outside. Stroop is ready. To the middle, and it's off the knee of Kelly. Nice kill by Cameron Kesey, and I'm assuming that's her family up there in the middle. Up on their feet. Pretty pumped up. It was a nice play. Nice play Nice attack by Kesey, as we talked about the first year out of Newport News. On the way from Stroop, Kelly out to Stoop. Hilton keeps it alive for the Hornets. They're going to send it over. A chance to attack. Well, it was a nice over. Here's Stoop. Stoop fires, had it blocked. Ashlyn Spence plugs the hole up front for the Hornets. And a chance to switch the momentum here for Shenandoah. Back-to-back points now for the Hornets. You get here, you get to within 2. It puts the pressure on. On the way from Stroop, here's Black. Kelly out to Alford. It got tipped up front. Nice effort by the Hornets. Here's this one on the way. Nice dig by Curry. She found it and was ready for it. Here goes Stoop. She's going to dial it up, and the block misses. The block attempt misses wide. Give the kill to Reagan Stoop. Dialed it up, took a huge leap. Massive swing from Stoop. 18-14. The Eagles who create some separation here. 4 points. It kind of seems like you're hanging around. And the reception here, so give the ace to Jillian Levin. Haven't talked about her much tonight. Levin really operates as a serving specialist for the Eagles. She will wear the libero jersey most of the time. The junior out of Maidens, Virginia, Deep Run High School, just outside of the capital of the Commonwealth. Stoop keeps it alive. Nice effort, and now she'll just send it back over. As Shenandoah will get to work with it now. Here's Spence, and it bounces right in front of Alexis Curry. Ashlyn Spence, she's having quite the game, the sophomore. She's pumped up front. She welcomes Rodriguez and OK back into the contest. And Rodriguez will go serve now for the Hornets. 19-15. Bridgewater in front. Shenandoah hanging around. A little bit of separation. This is kind of where the gap has been. There's been 3 or 4 points. Depew had it blocked. Nice effort again by Ashlyn Spence. Faith Depew had it dialed up. It looked great, but Ashlyn Spence, fearless up front tonight for the Hornets. A little bit of a stumble by Rodriguez on the serve, but it works. Here's Stoop, and she'll get the kill as Spence again. She stood in there. Her and OK were ready for it, but they sent it just wide of the line on the far side. As the P will go back to serve. The Eagles had a sub up front. I believe it was Gabby Atwell checking back in. Serve on the way from Depew. Spence with a bit of an odd dig. Now she'll fire off the shoulder of Curry. Depew rushes after it. Now Veslanovic had the chance to send it over, but instead it'll be out of play. And a point for the Hornets. Checking in now is Samantha Shy. We've talked about her quite a few times as well tonight. Both coaches sticking with their rotations that they've went with already through this point in the evening. And why not? Especially if you're Shenandoah, you're hanging around. You just need really a surge of momentum is the difference. Here's Stoop. She dials it up, and it's going to be a kill. The Hornets left a gap in the floor, and Reagan Stoop found it. Bellis and Griffith check in. Bellis will step to the back line. Griffith will go up front, along with the mates of Atwell and Veselinovic. So here's Stoop. Tosses it up. The All-American fires. Shy on the dig. Spence and Stoop ate it up. Veselinovic had to try to keep it alive. Spence got 2 pieces of it. Now here's Hilton. Hilton fires it over. It finds Black. 50-50 ball at the net. It's tipped over by Veselinovic. And they're going to call the block error first to the kill. I want to see what the technical one should be. I don't know. Neither official makes an official signal. Either way, it's point Bridgewater. 22-17, the Eagles lead now. Here's Shy. Rodriguez out to Hilton. It's blocked. Spence will keep it going. Rodriguez back to Spence. Nice dig by Black. It goes back over. Spence again, and she finds it. Ashlyn Spence came into tonight second on the Hornets in kills with 154. Led the team in blocks with 53, hitting .216. That's the best of the repeat offenders, if you will, for the Hornets. So their main attackers up front. Veselinovic decides to take it herself, found wide open space like the parting of the Red Sea. (23-18), the Eagles in front. Just keep. Hilton fires, kill. Serve on the way from Ingracia. Missed it long. And it's a set point for the Eagles here at 24-19. Kelly will check in. Shenandoah sends it over, and they'll stay alive here. On the way from Hilton. It'll be her job to keep it going. Griffith fires 50-50 at the tape. Alford hit the tape, and that's what they'll call. It's a 24-21. Hilton keeps it going here. The block by Shiflett. Timeout Bridgewater. The Hornets crawl to within 2. We'll be right back here on Flo College.
No, I'm just here all the time. Oh, okay.
Welcome back. Set number 3. It's Shenandoah trailing 2-9. But the fire was there from the Hornets if you want to look at it that way. They fought back hard, but couldn't overcome an early hole, and now it's a service error by Lindsey Kelly, whose service aces made the difference early. But now, here we are. The first lead for the Hornets in a bit. Kelly to Griffith, tipped up front. Stroop will have to set now. And we've got a block error either way. It would have been a kill, but we'll say Alford was in the net. And a 2-0 lead for Shenandoah. Hilton on the way. Stoop on the dig. DePue has to fire. Stroop is there. And this one finds the floor from Alana Washington. Some life here from the Hornets. It's a 3-0 lead here in set number 3. The Eagles leading 2-0. Stoop on the dig over. It's a service ace for Hilton. And the Eagles going to make a change here on the back line as they tell everybody to kind of take a step back. Their assistant coach, Sammy Carroll, is the one barking out signals. Stoop sends one my way. Faith DePue comes over here as well. And it's a 5-0 Shenandoah lead. On the way here now. Black on the reception. Kelly to Alford. Alford just tips it back over. Coach Harris not happy with the movement there. Now Stoop digs. Kelly to Alford. Alford found the open floor. Well, it wasn't necessarily open, but it found a spot that was going to be a tough dig for Ingracia. So now here's Curry. It's Alexis Curry. Bounces it a few times. Tosses, sends. Ingracia sends it, and that one misses just a bit long. Off the hand of Cameron Kesey. And I'll give kudos to Coach for Shenandoah there. Coach Abeli there was told his assistants, it was out, don't worry about it. Faith DePue fires that one off the tape. Good dig by Ingracia. So it's sent to the outside, and probably an ill-timed jump by Amber Shiflett. Haven't mentioned her name much tonight. Ill-timed jump, puts it into the tape. It's a 5-3. Shenandoah lead is Alexis Curry. And it'll be a replay. It's a replay. So I have a replay here as the ball hit the backboard, came back down in play, and the Hornets made a play on it. So it is a replay. The nice serve from Curry goes for naught. Shiflett sends it over to Pugh. Nice effort by the Eagles. Now it's a Lindsey Kelly attack. Rare in and of itself. This should be 4 either way, and it goes into the stands. So replay doesn't matter. The Eagles still win the point, and it's 4-5. They're back to within a point as Coach Harris walks up, says something to a few of her players, walks back with a grin. Don't believe that's necessarily one of pleasure. Kesey sends this one over. Kelly's there. Black wants to go to the outside. Here's DePue. DePue had it blocked. The Eagles will continue. Here's Stoop now. Stoop will have it and will fire it home. Reagan Stoop with the kill, and the Eagles draw back even. 5 apiece, and it will not be a 6-5 lead for the Eagles. Curry's offering goes wide. 6-5 now. Here's the serve from Stroop, and it goes off of Anna Black and out of play, and it's a 7-5 Shenandoah lead. The Hornets what? Serve on the way from Levin, and it'll be an ace. And there's a casualty in the background. So it's a 9-7 Shenandoah lead. The iPad for the team film has lost its bearings. Poor Brooklyn Williams is having to fix it. And that one misses long. And 7 in. Maya Veselinovic. See if the Hornets can regroup, and they do. Veselinovic to Atwell and down. Nine all. The Eagles crawl back in it. And a point for Shenandoah as that serve misses long. So 10-9 for the Hornets in front. Serve on the way from Shy. Curry, Veselinovic to Atwell. To the outside, Hilton tipped it. And the Eagles just scrambled to get it back over. Bit of a wild scramble. Stoop will send it over. And Hilton blocked by Atwell and Veselinovic. Bellis and Griffith into the contest. Stoop will serve. And an ace for Reagan Stoop. 10 all. 11-10, excuse me. And this one continues. Veselinovic sends it over, and it's a kill for the Eagles. 12-10 Eagles now. Offering on the way from Stoop. Spence on the dig. Back to Spence. Haven't called her name much in this third set. but she gets involved there, and it's 12-11 now. Spence wants the ball. She's not very friendly, it seems. Was screaming and clapping at the ball person. Now she seems to have settled, bounces the ball a few times angrily and sends it. Stoop on the dig. Veselinovic to Griffith. Griffith, it should have missed wide, and it does, says the line judge. $12 apiece. And it finds the line from Spence. Anna Black ran away from it, but honestly, it was going to be tight. Stoop digs it. Veselinovic out to Griffith. Griffith fires wide open spaces. And the Eagles knot it back up. Not much separation here. Shenandoah did have a 5-0 lead to open the set, but since then we've been back and forth, kind of right there, point for point. Atwell serve on the way. Here's Hilton. She'll take a swing, and it'll continue after a nice block from Veselinovic. Now here's OK. Alford sends it back over. They'll continue once more. Here's Rodriguez out to Hilton. Hilton pushes it deep, stoops there to dig it up. Veselinovic goes out to Griffith now. Griffith fires, and it finds the floor right in front of Stroop. Not much she could do about it. Took a little bit off of it, spun it down and in. 14-13, Eagles with the advantage. They haven't led by more than a point. Chance to create some separation here. This one on the way. Shy has it. Rodriguez out to OK. OK knocks it off the tape. That is OK. Veselinovic. Oh, Stoop and Alford. Miscommunication. That did not look pretty. At least it ended well. Block up front by Veselinovic. Shenandoah continue. Here's OK with it now. Stoop digs it up. Veselinovic out to Griffith. Griffith not with a good angle on it. And it's 14 apiece. And a Black will check in for the Eagles. A pair of subs for Shenandoah. As it's Ingracia and Shiflett back into the contest. Ingracia will serve. First year out of Stephen City. Shenandoah High School as well. Griffith sends it high into the sky. Stoop will send it back to her clear. Griffith fires. It's long. Well, she said... Yeah, the lines person signaling that it was tipped, and I have to agree with the two officials here in front of me. It looked like it was clean down. She looks a little confused. Looks very confused and betrayed at the moment. This one's on the way. Black, Veselinovic to Alford. Nice dig by Shy. Veselinovic up to Griffith. Griffith fires. It's tipped up front. Hilton out wide, and nice dig by Bellis. It keeps it alive as she swims down to the floor. Sent by Shiflett. Black has it. Veselinovic is going to skip it herself. Nice adjustment by Shy, and the Hornets will just have to send it over. Here's Stoop. Veselinovic. Alford punches it over. Now it's coming right back. Black has it again. Here's Veselinovic. Out to Griffith. Griffith will fire once more, and it finds the floor. Wild point. $15 all. Difference maker here. Here's Lindsay Kelly. She made the difference in set number one, and she does the same here. At least starts it the way she did in set one, as that's a service ace for Kelly. This is what she did in the opening set. It was a 1 to 2 point advantage. She kind of teeter-totted around there for most of the set, and then Lindsay Kelly went on a run. 50-50 ball up front, and they're going to say illegal forward attack. Yep. And now the Eagles will get that one 17-15. And a sub here. Shy is out, and stepping in is Alana Washington, the first year from Yorktown. We'll go into the back line here. 17-15. This one off the tape. The Hornets trying to keep it alive. Nice effort by Hilton. Now Stoop will have to dive herself. Just a wacky point. It's a good scrappy effort from Shenandoah there. It hits the tape, And it's a nice effort by Kesey to find it. And then her teammates, Hilton, to just kind of sprint after it. Now she gingerly walks back there. It didn't look comfortable what she had to do, but it worked. On the way, Stoop has it. Kelly over to Griffith. Griffith just has to punch it. Out to Washington. Washington fires. It's wide open. Alana Washington ties it at 17 apiece. Always the number 17. 17 all. Here's Hilton, number 20 to serve it. Hannah Hilton, the junior from Salem, Glenver High School. Stoop will dig it up. Here's Kelly to Alford. Alford off the hands under the finger up front. It's a kill for Agnes Alford. Alford, the sophomore out of Raleigh. Curry checks in. Hanover High School, Mechanicsville, Virginia. Just outside of the capital of the Commonwealth. So very close to the home of motorsports in Virginia. Or one of them anyway. Here's Washington. She'll dial it up, but not able to get a good angle on it. Finds the net. And they'll say it was 4 hits because I think it caught a Hornet after it hit the tape. But either way, the Eagles win the point. It's an error, and we've got a timeout for the Hornets. Bridgewater in front, 19-17. You're watching ODAC Volleyball on Flo College. Welcome back to Nininger Hall here in Bridgewater, Virginia, the heart of the Shenandoah Valley here in Rockingham County. It's two schools separated by maybe an hour to 45 minutes on I-81, depending on what the traffic is like in Harrisonburg. And it's a 19-17 lead for the homestanding Bridgewater Eagles. Bridgewater looking to try to close this one out in straights. Shenandoah using their first time out of the set. Curry on the way. Nice little dip to it, but Washington made a good read. Shiflett has to hustle after it. Stoop blocked it wide, and I think she got over the top of the net and got away with one there. Stroop will serve it now. Black to Kelly to Alford. Nice tip up front, but nobody able to adjust in the back line. Stroop bouncing on her toes there. She knew that they had a chance. It was a nice play up front by one of the Hornets to try to knock it down, and in the process, it kind of made the defense have to scatter. So now it's Jillian Levitt will serve it now. 20-18, Bridgewater in front. Levin goes to the outside with it. It's an ace for the serve specialist. She'll dance a little bit in the celebration. 21-18. The Eagles with a chance to try to create separation. Haven't had much in this third stanza to this point. Levin tosses, sends it. Out to the outside, Washington. They'll continue, and it's sent back over. Now Levin has it on the dig. Kelly to Atwell. Hilton sends it into not quite the first row of the bleachers. Hilton goes down. She is back up. She is okay. She's been all over the place tonight for Shenandoah. If you want to look at and point at somebody that's been a difference maker for the Hornets, and it's not necessarily going to show up on the stat sheet, it's Hilton. No questions asked, the junior out of Salem. This one hits the tape from 11, so it'll hand it back to Shenandoah. 22-19, a chance to get back in it. Rodriguez will come in. Believe she'll do the setting duties down for sure, but she will serve with a chance to get into it. Coach Harris signals some directions to Reagan Stoop and Alexis Curry in the back line right to my right. Rodriguez gets the signal. Now she'll serve. She decides to go short to Curry. Curry to Kelly. Kelly out to Stoop. Stoop fires. Stroop sends it almost into the first row of bleachers. Good effort to regroup. Rodriguez sent it over. It was almost dig-worthy, the effort that Curry had to make to help the point continue. Set to the outside. Washington just loops it up. Kelly, Atwell throws it down. Gabby Atwell with the kill, and it's 23-19. Veselinovic will check in. She'll go up front. Kelly subs back out, and now it's Faith Depew will serve. It's Depew, Black, and Curry will make up the back line for the Eagles now. Here's this knuckleballer. Stand on. Hilton has the reception. Set up front to OK. It was blocked. Attack coming from Spence. She'll go to the back line. Black. And over from Atwell. Gabby Atwell with the kill. A good set from Veselinovic. Now sets the Eagles with 5 match points at a 24-19 advantage. Faith Depew, it's on her hand. Sends one off the bottom of her palm. Stroop on the dig, but the set from Rodriguez missed its target, and that will do it. The Eagles take this one in straight sets. Bridgewater with the win. They move to 16-6 and 8-3 in ODAC play, and the Eagles in the home stretch, and they will head down the home stretch. That's all I've got to say here. Straight set victory for the Bridgewater College Eagles here this evening. Thanks for joining us here on Flo College. A special thank you to our folks pushing the buttons here. Jen Chan on the cameras, along with Alina Jackson pushing the buttons and putting up with me tonight. Once again, thanks for joining us here on Flo College. The Bridgewater College Eagles victorious over the Shenandoah University Hornets in straight sets. Thanks for joining us. I'm Leighton Pullen. Have a great rest of your Wednesday night. We'll see you soon.